Across the endless plains of the African savannah, no victory is ever certain. In the natural world, every encounter is a high-stakes gamble where instinct, experience, and a single misstep can determine survival. Each chase becomes a harsh trial of endurance and accuracy, where even the smallest error can turn a hunter into the hunted or grant prey an unexpected chance to escape. In this land, a brief moment of resistance can shatter the balance of power. A sudden turn, a desperate charge, or a split second of hesitation is enough to rewrite the outcome of a hunt that once seemed inevitable. The savannah shows no mercy for mistakes, and it recognizes no absolute dominance. Even the most feared predators must risk everything each time they pursue a meal. At the center of this unforgiving world unfolds one of nature's most intense pursuits, the hunt within the lion's domain. Here, silence becomes a warning. Tall grass conceals danger, and every shadow may signal an attack. Yet even the so-called king of the savannah is not immune to uncertainty. Hunting is an expression of strength, but also of vulnerability where triumph lasts only moments and survival must be earned again and again beneath Africa's relentless sun. Under the merciless African sun, the plains shimmer with heat. Scorching winds twist columns of dust into the air, blurring the horizon and choking the land. Here, life hangs on a delicate balance. A single lapse can mean the end, and even the smallest decision can draw the line between survival and death. Across the open grassland, a buffalo lowers its massive head to graze. Its towering frame and sharp horns form a natural shield, yet in the act of feeding, a weakness is exposed. Just meters away, hidden within the dry grass, a pair of golden eyes remains perfectly still. A pride of lions has been watching for hours, waiting for the precise moment. In In this open world, success is not decided by sudden strength, but by patience, timing, and flawless execution. There is no room for mistakes. Heat, relentless heat. Throughout the savannah, the lion sits atop the food chain. Raw power is matched with teamwork refined over countless generations. Together, these traits tip the balance in the endless struggle between hunter and prey. The grasslands are more than a home, they are a battleground where every movement can seal a fate. Every hunt begins in silence. The pride advances carefully, alert to the slightest shift from an antelope or buffalo. Once a vulnerable or isolated animal is identified, the strategy unfolds. Lionesses lead the approach, spreading out to cut off escape routes. As the trap closes, violence erupts. The prey fights back with frantic strength. That is when the males join in, using their weight and force to bring the animal down. Yet the role of the male lion extends beyond brute impact. He is not only the blade, but the spectacle. His dark mane becomes a banner of intimidation, drawing attention, spreading confusion, and breaking horned defenses through fear itself. He is a living distraction shaped by ancestors who learned that some battles are won with terror even before the first strike is made. Even with flawless coordination, success is never guaranteed. Only about 15 to 30% of hunts end in a kill. That is why the pride targets the old, the young, or the injured, choices that lower the risk and conserve precious energy. And when a hunt finally succeeds, the reward is anything but peaceful. The body of a zebra or buffalo quickly becomes a beacon across the savannah. Hyenas arrive, vultures circle overhead, and other scavengers gather, drawn by the scent of blood. This fierce competition plays a vital role in maintaining ecological balance. By keeping herbivore numbers in check, lions prevent buffalo and zebras from overgrazing the grasslands. This natural control allows vegetation to recover and the land to renew itself. In this way, the lion sets the rhythm of the plains. Every stalk through tall grass, every ambush, and every battle over a carcass leaves a lasting mark on the landscape. Under the harsh, sun-scorched skies of Africa, the lion is more than a predator. It is a keystone species holding together the delicate chain of life that defines the savannah. African buffalo move as a single force. They travel in massive herds and rarely break formation. Calves and weaker individuals remain at the core, shielded by an outer ring of powerful adults ready to confront any threat. This formation is driven by instinct, but also by knowledge passed down through generations of survival. More often than not, it is the females who set the course, guided by memory, ancient grazing grounds, and distant water sources mapped in their minds. Adult males take on the role of sentinels, standing guard at the edges. The herd structure is flexible enough to adapt, yet strong enough to endure the harshest conditions the savannah can offer. Buffalo also share close relationships with other species. Oxpeckers perch on their hides, feeding on ticks and parasites embedded in the skin. These birds do more than clean, they serve as early warning systems. Their sharp calls alert the herd to approaching danger. When a predator makes its move, the response is immediate. The herd tightens into a dense circle, horns facing outward. This living barricade is incredibly difficult to breach. Lions and hyenas succeed only if they manage to break the formation or isolate a single animal from the group. Through their daily movements, buffalo shape the ecosystem in countless ways. They regulate grass growth, support large predators, and sustain species that rely on their presence. In the vast plains of Africa, buffalo are more than survivors. They are pillars of balance in a land where life and death are inseparably linked. In the heart of the African grasslands, where survival is a daily battle, a female buffalo faces her ultimate test. With a final surge of strength, her calf enters the world. drawing its first breath under watchful eyes, some protective, others dangerous. There is no time to recover. From a distance, hyenas move closer in silence, their focus locked on the vulnerable newborn, sensing an easy chance. Exhausted from giving birth but driven by instinct, the mother positions herself between the hyenas and her calf. The predators advance cautiously, snapping and probing, testing her resolve, searching for a moment to pull the calf away. Her body shakes with fatigue, yet she refuses to yield. Each charge is met with a desperate counterattack fueled by the last of her strength. As her energy begins to fade, a powerful figure emerges through the dust. The father has arrived. He charges forward, hooves pounding the ground, horns lowered in defense of his family. The hyenas hesitate. Faced with the combined determination of both parents, their confidence dissolves into restraint. Together, mother and father stand shoulder to shoulder, forming an unbreakable barrier. Having escaped this immediate danger, the buffalo leads her calf across the open plains toward the safety of the herd. But in the wild, safety is never guaranteed. Ahead, two lions materialize without a sound, focused, coordinated, lethal. Moving as one, they begin to circle, their steps deliberate and precise. In a heartbeat, the calm shatters as the lioness launches the first attack. Mother and calf are pushed to the edge of survival. The buffalo twists and bucks in panic, struggling to break free as exhaustion takes its toll. The male lion joins the assault from behind, striking with claws and teeth. Driven by the instinct to protect her young, the mother refuses to collapse. With everything she has left, she fights to escape the tightening trap. The lion slips past the sweeping horns, circles behind, and strikes again. Drained of strength, the buffalo staggers beneath the predator's weight, her breathing ragged and uneven. Just as the struggle seems decided, another lion joins the assault, clamping onto her neck. With one final surge of defiance, she tries to resist. But the jaws of the Savannah's ruler close firmly, bringing her fight to an end. The mother's strength fades. Her body collapses under the lion's control. Until her final moment, her determination to protect her calf never wavered. In the realm of the Savannah's king, survival is unforgiving, and every second reflects the harsh, relentless beauty of Africa's plains. The dominant lion turns his attention to the calf. Its vulnerability is clear. instinct overwhelms hesitation. In a swift, decisive motion, he attacks. Claws and teeth end the calf's brief struggle in an instant. The lion claims the first bite. Powerful jaws tear into the buffalo's hide as the rest of the pride watches closely. One by one, they join the meal, easing, if only temporarily, the hunger that governs their lives. Not far away, the male buffalo stands alone. The loss of his mate and calf is etched into his stare, heavy with grief and rage. Yet he is not truly alone. The herd senses his distress and gathers around him, massive bodies united by loss and rising fury. Shared pain hardens into resolve. Suddenly, the buffalo charge. Their hooves thunder across the savannah as they surge toward the lions with overwhelming force. They encircle the bodies of the fallen mother and calf, their fury intensified by loss and the instinct for retaliation. Driven by grief, they pursue the lions, relentlessly advancing like an unstoppable tide. The lions retreat into the tall grass, weaving and dodging the oncoming rush. The former hunters are now forced onto the defensive. Still, the buffalo press forward, crashing through shrubs, lowering their heads and driving ahead with a determination that seems inexhaustible. Cornered, the lions reach a stretch of muddy ground. Their paws sink slightly as they struggle to escape. The buffalo close in dangerously near, but the lions respond with quick leaps and well-timed swipes, avoiding direct impact. Gradually, exhaustion begins to take its toll on the herd. The initial surge of power fades. The terrain favors the lions and the cohesion of the buffalo group starts to fracture. Anger gives way to fatigue. Experience signals retreat. One by one, the buffalo fall back, aware that the cycle of life and death cannot be overturned. The dominant lion stands his ground, watching the herd withdraw, a stark reminder of the fragile balance between predator and prey. A silent exchange passes through the pride. The hunt is not yet over. Their focus shifts to the leader of the buffalo. In a sudden burst of movement, a lion lunges forward, claws extended, driving them into the animal's flank. A fierce struggle erupts. The buffalo twists and lashes out with horns and hooves, fighting desperately to break free. The lions close in around their quarry, each taking a precise position. The outcome is no longer in doubt. Just as the pride prepares to claim the reward of a hard-fought hunt, a new threat emerges. Another group of lions, drawn by the scent of fresh blood, approaches with steady strides and unwavering stares. The air grows heavy with tension. The two prides assess one another, neither willing to retreat. Hunger and survival fuel the confrontation. Lions clash, grapple, and roar, every movement charged with the will to dominate the kill. Then something unexpected happens. Without a sound or signal, an unspoken agreement takes shape. A brief ceasefire. The rivals tolerate one another and share the feast. In this unforgiving land, even enemies are sometimes forced to coexist. Each lion sees in the other the same strength, the same endurance, the same relentless struggle to stay alive. Beneath the surface of the earth, far from the open gaze of the savannah and the relentless sun, a story shaped by struggle begins. We return to the very beginning. Inside a hidden den, spotted hyena cubs are born. Unlike many other predators, they do not enter the world blind or helpless. Their eyes are open, their teeth already formed. This early development is not an innocent advantage, it is a warning. From their first moments, they are prepared for conflict. Even among siblings, survival is fiercely contested. The cubs engage in silent battles, each one striving to assert dominance within an unseen order that governs the entire clan. Every movement, every shove helps define a hierarchy that will shape their future. Cubs born to high-ranking females inherit clear advantages. They feed first, receive greater protection, and are treated with deference. In contrast, the offspring of low-ranking females must fight for every drop of milk, for every moment close to their mother. Inequality here is undeniable and often fatal. In some litters, only a single cub survives. This extreme behavior, known as siblicide, is not driven by cruelty. It is a harsh mechanism of natural selection rooted in the biology of the mother herself. Hyena milk is among the richest in the animal kingdom. Thick, energy-dense, and designed to fuel rapid growth. But it is limited in supply. The struggle within the den ensures that only the strongest and most resilient gain access to this vital resource. For several weeks, the cubs remain underground. They grow in near darkness, building muscle, sharpening instincts, and strengthening both body and mind. Then between the second and third month, a decisive moment arrives. They emerge into the open world and learn that survival demands more than courage. It requires discipline, endurance, and constant adaptation. On the surface, the entire clan is waiting. What once looked like playful wrestling between siblings quickly turns into hunting practice. The adults watch in silence, serving as living examples. Every movement is closely observed. The young test themselves in short sprints, rehearse ambushes, and practice mock attacks. This phase is decisive. It separates those who will thrive from those who will struggle in the unforgiving reality of the savannah. In the wild African plains where strength often seems to rule fate, the spotted hyena defies familiar rules. Here, power does not belong to the largest males, but to the females. They are natural leaders, relentless strategists. Hyena society is among the most complex of all carnivores, held together by a strict hierarchy that is firm, unforgiving, and deeply ingrained. Power is not challenged every day. It is inherited, maintained, and respected. At the top of this structure stands the alpha female, a matriarch who sets the rhythm of the clan's life. Her authority is rarely questioned. She determines who eats first, who leads the hunt, and who gains access to the best resources. This legacy is far more than symbolic. It shapes survival itself. Males, meanwhile, hold no permanent position. Even the strongest rank near the bottom of the hierarchy. When they reach maturity, they are driven from their birth clan and must seek acceptance elsewhere. They move carefully, display submission, and wait for opportunity. Those who are allowed to stay remain in modest roles, surviving only through the tolerance and approval of the females who truly rule this world. Despite this harshness, there is no chaos. Every member knows its place and balance is maintained with near military precision. Hyena society is severe yet remarkably efficient. At its core lies one of its greatest strengths: organization. Behind the piercing laughter that cuts through the night stands a body and mind shaped by relentless pressure to survive. The anatomy of the spotted hyena is no accident. It is the product of thousands of years of adaptation. Its build is compact, powerful, and unmistakable. The front legs are noticeably longer than the hind legs, giving the animal its distinctive sloped posture. This design allows explosive bursts of speed and exceptional stability, ideal traits for long pursuits across the uneven terrain of the savannah. The midday sun burns overhead. The lioness has won the hunt, but the battle is far from over. They do not emerge from the shadows, but in full daylight. They advance like a perfectly synchronized unit. At the front stands the clan's matriarch. She does not rush, she calculates, she observes. With a single glance, the formation shifts. The escape route is sealed, the rear is cut off, the trap is closing. The lioness has raw strength. The hyenas have numbers and ruthless tactics refined by experience. Jaws capable of delivering over 450 kilograms of pressure, strong enough to crush not only bone, but the will to keep fighting. In this moment, the balance of power shifts. Here, dominance is no longer about muscle alone. The strongest is not always the biggest, it is the one who organizes best. Not far away, the Tsesebe antelope. One of Africa's fastest runners moves steadily across the open plains. These animals are true ecological trailblazers. As they travel into new areas, they help stimulate the renewal of grasslands. During the dry season, a tsessebe may cover dozens of kilometers in a single day searching for the scarce water sources that keep life alive. The tsessebe is also known for its strong sense of curiosity. Instead of fleeing instantly, it may pause to scan its surroundings, a behavior as captivating as it is risky. Though its build can appear somewhat awkward, this antelope is capable of sustaining speeds close to 90 kilometers per hour over long distances. Instinct urges escape, but sometimes even that is not enough to outrun an extraordinary predator. Then the cheetah enters the scene, the fastest land animal on Earth yet, also among the most vulnerable. Its evolutionary journey began millions of years ago, shaped by a singular choice, extreme speed and precision, at the cost of brute strength. Females typically live alone, while males often form small coalitions, frequently with brothers. These alliances improve their hunting success and help them defend territory. Once the prey locks into its field of vision, the cheetah's spine coils like a spring under tension. In just 3 seconds, it explodes from stillness to nearly 95 kilometers per hour. Each stride releases pure energy. Its lungs expand to their limit, and a powerful heart drives oxygen-rich blood through the body to sustain the sprint. With a perfectly timed leap, the cheetah brings its target down in a moment of silent shock across the savannah. Even while gasping for breath, the cheetah must eat quickly. Lingering too long invites danger, as other predators may steal the hard-earned kill. The early years of a cheetah's life are filled with constant threats. Mothers give birth in carefully hidden shelters to avoid detection. The cubs are born incredibly fragile, making them easy targets for lions, hyenas, and even snakes. cub mortality can be devastatingly high, reaching up to 90%. Only when the young are strong enough to keep pace with their mother and begin learning the skills of the hunt do their chances of survival improve. Despite standing at the top of the food chain in terms of speed, the cheetah's life is anything but easy. Its role in nature is crucial. By controlling prey populations, the cheetah helps maintain balance within the ecosystem. By targeting weaker or more vulnerable individuals, it supports the overall genetic health of herbivore species across the savanna. In this way, the cheetah is not just a symbol of speed, but a key guardian of ecological stability. High above the Miombo woodlands, a massive shadow glides in complete slants. It is the lappet-faced vulture, an imposing presence that seems to stand watch over the thin line between life and death. This species is the last living representative of an ancient lineage within its family, shaped by millions of years of evolution in some of the harshest environments on Earth. In the air, its movement is calm and almost invisible. On the ground, it commands instant respect. Its large, exceptionally powerful beak can tear through the toughest hides and sinews with ease. A small antelope can be stripped down to bare bones in less than 20 minutes. Faced with this dominant scavenger, even hyenas and jackals often step aside rather than challenge it. Its appearance is unmistakable. Dark feathers frame a bare head flushed with a deep pink hue. This featherless skin is no accident. It helps maintain cleanliness and allows the sun to act as a natural disinfectant after feeding on decaying remains. Unlike many other vultures, this species is typically solitary or lives in pairs. It forms strong monogamous bonds and builds its nests high in trees where both parents share the responsibility of raising their young. Each breeding season, the pair produces just a single egg, which is carefully incubated for roughly 55 days. The chick develops slowly, taking about 4 months to make its first flight and may require up to 6 years to reach full maturity. This slow life cycle makes every new generation especially valuable. Its diet is far more diverse than many people assume. While carrion remains its primary food source, this vulture is also capable of capturing small live prey and even raiding flamingo nests when the opportunity arises. Such dietary flexibility is vital, particularly during harsh dry seasons when food is scarce and competition is intense. Contrary to popular belief, vultures do not rely on their sense of smell. Instead, they possess extraordinary eyesight. From altitudes exceeding 1,000 meters, they can spot the faintest signs of death on the ground below. By rapidly consuming carcasses, they prevent the spread of dangerous bacteria and disease, playing a crucial role in maintaining the health and balance of African ecosystems. Spotted figures begin to emerge across the vastness of the plains. They are African wild dogs, tireless hunters of the Miombo woodlands. Each individual wears a unique pattern of black, brown, and white markings. No two are alike. Their society is exceptionally cohesive and led by a dominant alpha pair. Cooperation within the pack is so precise that it grants them extraordinary hunting success. As the sun sets, one of the Savannah's most efficient predators sets into motion. Their strategy does not rely on ambush, but on endurance, coordination, and teamwork. Their large, rounded ears function like biological antennas, helping them dissipate heat and detect even the faintest sounds in their surroundings. During the chase, they encircle the prey and maintain constant pressure, gradually pushing it toward panic and exhaustion. Fleeing is a natural instinct, but prolonged pursuit is the wild dog's specialty. In the end, completely spent, the prey stumbles and falls before the pack. The feeding is swift. They must eat quickly before competitors such as hyenas or lions detect the scent. Adults carry portions of meat back to the den to feed the pups and any injured or weaker members of the group. The African wild dog plays a vital role in maintaining ecosystem balance. Its existence reveals the subtlety of nature, where every species, no matter how discreet or fierce, occupies an indispensable place. Amid the dry grass and cracked earth, the white rhinoceros moves forward with a heavy yet silent gait. Its name can be misleading. It does not refer to color, but comes from the African word wid, meaning wide, a reference to its broad mouth. Weighing close to 2,500 kilograms, it is the second largest land mammal on the planet, surpassed only by the elephant. Unlike the black rhinoceros, this species usually lives in small groups made up of females and their calves. Adult males, by contrast, establish their own territories which they defend through scent markings. The gestation period is long, around 16 months, and the calf remains with its mother for the first 2 or 3 years of life. This very slow reproductive rhythm makes the population especially vulnerable to any threat. Although its behavior is generally calm, the white rhinoceros can react with surprising speed. If it senses danger, it is capable of reaching speeds of nearly 50 kilometers per hour to protect its calf. For this reason, the loss of even a single individual has serious consequences for the entire population. By the end of 2024, it was estimated that around 17,400 southern white rhinoceroses remained in the wild. This figure represents an extraordinary recovery compared to the late 19th century, when the species was on the brink of extinction, with fewer than 100 individuals left alive. However, poaching for their horns remains a constant threat that continues to put their future at risk. On the African savannah, every battle ends without promises of eternal victory. In the natural world, no power is absolute and no triumph lasts forever. Each hunt pushes instinct to its limits and punishes the smallest mistake. One miscalculated step, a second of hesitation, or a delayed reaction can completely change the fate of both hunters and prey. Here, a single moment of resistance can shake the established order. Those who seem destined to fall sometimes find the strength to defy the inevitable. The Savannah reminds us that survival does not always belong to the strongest, but to those who manage to adapt, endure, and seize the right moment. In this unforgiving arena, life is sustained by decisions made in fractions of a second. If these stories of struggle, uncertainty, and survival move you, subscribe to Beast Call Nature, give the video a like, and join us on more journeys into the heart of the wild, where every story is written under the oldest law of all: to survive. Across the vast African savanna, the rules of life have been written by strength, speed, and instinct for countless generations. This is a land ruled by apex predators, hunters perfected over time, who dominate the open plains with ruthless efficiency. Day after day, the hunt unfolds, and each encounter can mean the end of a life. Yet even in a world seemingly controlled by the strongest, one question arises: is there truly a chance for those constantly hunted? Prey animals are far from helpless victims. They fight tirelessly against a fate that seems predetermined. They learn, adapt, run faster, gather in groups, defend themselves, and sometimes achieve the impossible. Day after day, they endure relentless pressure from their pursuers, proving that survival relies not just on power, but on perseverance, intelligence, and the will to keep living. In the African savanna, no reign is absolute. Every chase is uncertain, every battle open-ended, and life always finds a way to push back, even when the odds seem stacked against it. The vast ecosystem of the Greater Mara is a living network where life flows freely, seamlessly connecting the Masai Mara National Reserve, the Mara Triangle, and the surrounding conservancies. Sitting at altitudes ranging from 2,500 to over 2,100 meters above sea level, the landscape is rich and varied, shaped by winding rivers, deep valleys, and rolling hills. The name Masai Mara comes from the Masai people, a nomadic community that has lived in harmony with these lands for centuries. In their language, Mara means spotted, a nod to the patchwork of trees and shadows that mark the terrain. The Maasai are not just inhabitants, they maintain a deep connection with nature, preserving their pastoral traditions and livestock-based way of life across generations. The Mara is home to over 95 mammal species and roughly 570 bird species. Expansive savannas dotted with grasses, shrubs, and iconic acacia trees define its character. But this region is more than just a breathtaking landscape, it is a theater of survival. Among its legendary inhabitants, the Nile crocodile rules as the undisputed sovereign of the Mara River. This massive predator can reach lengths of up to 6 meters and weigh over a ton. Under the harsh midday sun, these reptiles are often seen lying motionless along riverbanks between 9 Mum and 4 Moham, basking to regulate their body temperature. When water temperatures drop below 30 degrees, they prefer to bask on land. As night falls and darkness blankets the river, the Nile crocodile becomes fully active. Its entire body coils like a compressed spring, ready to strike with deadly precision. During the dry season, when prey is scarce, it conserves energy by remaining still under the sun. Its remarkable fat reserves allow it to endure months of scarcity, turning each captured animal into a vital survival resource. The Nile crocodile reigns as the apex predator of its domain, facing few natural rivals. Yet one question remains: can it take on a Cape buffalo? This herbivore titan can weigh nearly 900 kilograms and approaches the Mara's waters in imposing herds, its curved, sharp horns glinting under the sun. For the crocodile, attacking a buffalo is an immense challenge. Its success rate in such hunts hovers around 15%, so it typically targets weaker prey calves, elderly individuals, or those straying from the herd. Still, the Cape buffalo is famed for its fighting spirit. When ambushed, it often turns to confront the predator head-on rather than fleeing. Even more formidable is the buffalo's sense of unity. If one herd member is attacked, others frequently return to defend it, launching a coordinated counterattack that can seriously threaten even the most powerful predators. The Mara River, often called the lifeblood of the Masai Mara, is also home to one of Africa's most iconic giants, the African Savannah elephant. As a member of the Big Five and the largest land animal on Earth, this colossal creature can reach heights of up to 4 meters and weigh over 600–800 kilograms. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Wildlife Ecology highlights their remarkable intelligence and memory, allowing them to remember migratory routes and recognize individual members of their herd. When a herd of African elephants approaches the shallow edges of the Mara River, every step commands respect. These giants navigate the waters with ease, precisely where Nile crocodiles have been lying in wait for months. Even when a crocodile targets a calf or an elderly, weakened elephant, the odds of a successful attack remain extremely low. Here, the herd's powerful protective instincts come into play. Adult elephants form an almost impenetrable defensive circle. At the first sign of danger, they stomp the ground, swing their trunks like formidable weapons, and emit loud, resonating calls that echo across the riverbanks. Thanks to this cooperative behavior, the success rate of crocodile attacks on elephant calves in the Mara River is estimated at less than 10%. But the influence of the African elephant extends far beyond its sheer size. Their massive footsteps not only shake the earth, but also reshape the landscape. By felling vegetation and digging deep in search of underground water, elephants unintentionally create small ponds and channels. According to a 2024 study by the African Center for Ecological Research, these water bodies become crucial breeding grounds for Nile crocodiles, illustrating the elephant's profound impact on the ecosystem. Unlike the sporadic prey that occasionally wander into the river, Nile crocodiles await the grand annual feast that occurs between July and October. During these months, the Mara River transforms into a chaotic corridor of life, the Great Migration. Over 1.5 million wildebeest, accompanied by around 300,000 zebras and hundreds of thousands of gazelles, leave the Serengeti in Tanzania in search of fresh grazing grounds. As master predators, Nile crocodiles lie submerged, motionless yet alert, while the massive herds gather tensely along the riverbanks. At this perilous crossing, mortality rates for migratory animals can reach 10 to 15%, with many falling victim to sudden powerful ambushes by these ancient reptiles. The crocodile's hunting strategy is simple but deadly. Amid the chaos, it identifies the weakest target and strikes with precision. Once seized, the prey experiences the infamous death roll, a violent spinning motion underwater that generates enough force to break bones and tear flesh, even reducing the largest animals into manageable pieces. Although they often hunt alone, Nile crocodiles in the Masai Mara show remarkable coordination when the situation demands. If one initiates an attack, others quickly join in, clamping their powerful jaws onto the struggling prey. A single crocodile can consume up to 22 kilograms of meat in one feeding, storing the energy needed to survive during lean months. As the Mara River's current strengthens, wildebeest surge into the water with collective force and unyielding determination. Once they locate a crossing point, the entire herd moves as an unstoppable wave. Mixed with the striped zebras. The chaos makes it difficult for crocodiles to single out a target. Wildebeest also communicate through alarm calls, warning the herd of danger and improving their chances of survival. Zebras, though fewer in number, often act as the vanguard of the migration. Aware that the Mara River is a deadly arena ruled by lurking crocodiles, they rely on the safety of numbers before attempting the risky crossing together. This collective strategy creates a moving, living barrier, reducing the likelihood of any single animal being singled out. Their survival odds improve further when zebras merge with the massive wildebeest herds. Entering the river together, the combined force becomes overwhelming. This relentless struggle for life is driven not just by instinct, but by solidarity. In the face of danger, the zebras become warriors of the migration, pushing forward without hesitation through the treacherous waters of the Mara. crossing the river is only the first challenge. In the unforgiving ecosystem of the Masai Mara, other giants wait in the shadows, ready to strike any unsuspecting prey. The relationship between the Nile crocodile and Africa's great cats, such as lions and leopards, is defined by constant tension and careful confrontation. When food is scarce, neither predator hesitates to seize the other's prey. These encounters often turn into high-stakes standoffs, filled with bared teeth, low guttural growls, and deliberate movements where a single misstep can mean disaster. The lion, famed as the king of the savannah, reigns as the ultimate terrestrial predator. Males can weigh up to 250 kilograms, and their thick, dark mane is more than just a symbol of majesty. It provides protection against bites and attacks from rivals. A pride is far more than a collection of individuals. It is a highly organized social unit, typically composed of 10 to 15 members. Within the pride, lionesses take the lead as skilled hunters. Agile, muscular, and relentless, they coordinate with remarkable precision to bring down prey. For the lion, every encounter is more than a test of strength. It is a display of pride, endurance, and an unyielding survival instinct. Nile crocodiles also include primates in their diet, with baboons being frequent targets. These primates live in complex social groups called troops, sometimes numbering over 150 individuals, functioning like small, highly organized communities. For them, the Mara River is both a vital source of life and a stage of constant danger. When a troop approaches the riverbank, vigilance reaches its peak. Sharp eyes scan every ripple, and attentive ears catch the slightest unusual sound. At the first hint of threat, an olive baboon lets out a loud bark that echoes across the riverbanks. Immediately, the dominant males respond, amplifying the calls to warn the group and deter the lurking predator. Situated in the heart of Zambia, Kafue National Park is not only the country's largest park, but also one of Africa's oldest and most expansive wildlife reserves. Its dense Miamba woodlands shelter countless endemic mammals and birds. While the Busanga floodplain transforms into a haven for antelopes and birds during the rainy season. The Kafue River, one of Zambia's main waterways, acts as the lifeblood of the park, weaving through swamps, dry savannas, and thickets to create a rich, ever-changing landscape. Kafue is renowned as one of Africa's biodiversity hotspots. Lions, leopards, wild dogs, elephants, antelopes, and a myriad of bird species all share this vibrant ecosystem. As dawn breaks, golden sunlight filters through the treetops, casting long shadows across the terrain. In the tall grass ahead, a pride of lions moves silently, stalking for their next meal, while a herd of buffalo grazes leisurely near a lush patch by a towering acacia. The lions lower their bodies, creeping with caution, eyes fixed on the unsuspecting herd. The buffalo continue feeding, occasionally resting in the shade, oblivious to the danger creeping closer. Suddenly, a lion separates from the group, slipping through the vegetation toward the outskirts of the herd. The target is clear, a solitary buffalo that has drifted slightly from the group. Sensing the opportunity, the lead lion bursts through the grass in a full sprint. Chaos erupts in the herd hooves thunder against the ground. Dust billows and bodies scatter in every direction. Yet the chosen buffalo does not flee. It lowers its head, charging to defend itself. With a blend of brute strength and agility, the lion leaps onto its back, sinking claws deep. The buffalo thrashes violently, spinning, colliding with nearby trees in a desperate bid to escape. Overwhelmed and exhausted, the buffalo eventually succumbs to the relentless force of the pride. A final bite ends the struggle. The predator stands tall beside its fallen prey, a silent testament to the cycle of life. In this wild domain, victory is fleeting, but survival belongs to the strongest. The first golden rays of the sun spill over the vast African woodland, warming the trees and stirring the wildlife into life. A pride of lions rests amid the tall grasses, shaded by acacia trees, relaxed yet ever watchful of their surroundings. As the morning progresses and the heat intensifies, the pride begins to stir. Muscles tighten, bodies awaken, and the hunt is about to begin. In the distance, a herd of gazelles grazes peacefully, unaware of the predators moving silently through the shadows. The lions lower themselves, blending with the golden tones of the landscape, eyes locked on the weakest link. An adult male lion creeps forward. His imposing figure almost disappears among the grasses. Focused on a lone gazelle separated from the herd, isolated and vulnerable. Suddenly, the attack erupts. The lion lunges forward in a burst of explosive speed, raising dust in its wake. grips the gazelle as it leaps sideways, pounding the ground in desperate flight. It twists sharply, kicking up earth, yet the lion stays relentlessly close, weaving through bushes with lethal precision. With deadly accuracy, the lion leaps, extends its claws, and lands on the gazelle's back mid-stride. The prey struggles, kicking and twisting, but exhaustion sets in quickly. One by one, the rest of the pride joins the fray, surrounding the gazelle and cutting off every escape route. Strength in numbers tips the balance, and the pride ultimately brings it down. When the hunt concludes, the lion begins to feed, teeth sinking into flesh, tearing at the hard-earned reward. In the wild, survival hinges on strength, patience, and the delicate balance between predator and prey. A calm returns to the savannah. Zebras and giraffes graze together in the distance, unaware of the silent predator observing them from afar. In another part of the savannah, a pack of African wild dogs moves through the underbrush with light, deliberate steps, perfectly coordinated and driven by hunger. In the distance, a herd of impalas grazes unaware, oblivious to the sharp eyes already tracking them from the shadows. The dogs lower their bodies, merging with the earth, advancing steadily and silently as a single unit. One impala strays too close to the riverbank, separated from the safety of its group, a prime target for an ambush. At the precise moment, the pack leader signals, and in an instant, the hunt is on. The impala bolts toward the water, panic fueling each leap as it tries to escape the encircling predators. Beneath the river's surface, a Nile crocodile waits, sensing the chaos. It lunges upward, aiming to intercept the fleeing prey. The impala narrowly avoids its grasp, slipping along the riverbank toward the opposite shore. Without hesitation, the wild dogs reach the water's edge and plunge in after it, wading through the shallow currents. The lead dog leaps, clamping onto one of the impala's legs and dragging it back into the muddy bank. Instantly, more pack members join in, biting and pulling in perfect unison. The coordinated assault quickly overwhelms the impala, extinguishing any hope of escape. Once the prey is subdued, the pack drags it away from the river, out of the crocodile's reach. They form a circle around the fallen impala, each dog taking its place as they feed ravenously. In the wild, survival favors the swift, the fierce, and those who do not pause when hunger calls. Unlike the thunderous roars of lions or the coordinated precision of wild dog packs, the leopard rules the art of solitude, stealth, and lethal accuracy. Its golden coat gleams under the moonlight, broken by dark rosettes that shatter its outline, rendering it nearly invisible among shadowed grass and branches. Hunting alone, each kill is a testament to patience, pinpoint precision, and unmatched feline power. The mystery of the leopard endures eternal, untamed, whispering through the trees and echoing across the African savannah. As the sun rises, pale yellow light filters through the morning mist, waking the grasslands for another day in the relentless cycle of survival, a delicate balance of beauty, danger, and endurance. In the calm of dawn, movement stirs. A sleek, golden, spotted figure emerges, the forest ghost. Its black rosettes blend seamlessly with the tall grass, its body half hidden, cloaked in perfect camouflage. The purpose is clear: opportunity, prey, pursuit written into the timeless laws of the African morning. In the distance, impalas graze, unaware. Young ones leap energetically. Mothers nibble on fresh shoots, oblivious to the patient predator observing every weakness. The leopard lowers its body, muscles coiled like drawn bows. Its gaze locks onto a lone impala separated from the herd. Breathing slows. Every step is deliberate. Time seems measured in instinct honed across countless generations. Then it strikes. A sudden burst of speed shakes the grass and dust as the predator unleashes its full power. With a precise leap, claws sink in, bodies collide violently against the hardened earth. The impala struggles desperately, horns slicing through the air, eyes wide with terror and fleeting hope. The battle is fierce. Seconds stretch endlessly. The leopard does not relent. The prey trembles as inevitability closes in. A crushing bite clamps the throat, life extinguished with unstoppable precision. Finally, resistance fades. The impala collapses, its final breath lost. The savannah regains the fragile silence of dawn. Swiftly, the leopard drags its prize into dense cover, away from the strength of lions and the theft of hyenas, securing victory in the shadowed realm where it protects its hard-earned reward. Amidst the chaos, a shadow glides. A golden, silent leopard blends seamlessly with the tall grass. Its sleek body crosses the plains without a sound. Yellow eyes scan the horizon, searching the dawn for the next opportunity to hunt. A world where apex predators have ruled for centuries, and the lives of the most vulnerable hang by an invisible thread. Yet even in this realm dominated by strength and speed, survival is never truly impossible. Each day, prey animals confront fear, learn, adapt, and endure, proving that life always seeks a chance, even against the harshest odds. These struggles are more than scenes of hunting and fleeing. They reflect an ancient balance that keeps this extraordinary ecosystem alive. When a species vanishes, the silence it leaves behind shatters that balance forever. Protecting wildlife is not merely an act of compassion, it is a shared responsibility. Conserving these lands ensures that stories of resilience, courage, and adaptation continue to unfold beneath Africa's blazing sun. And as the day fades over the savannah, one truth remains even in the harshest world. The fight to live carries meaning and value.